Well, good evening, good evening. Keep Pounding Nation. Welcome to another Carolina Panthers Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ, Jason Ingram. So, I wanted to get on here because this is probably my best opportunity to do this and to pretty much give like a quick preview of the upcoming matchup for this Sunday as the Atlanta Falcons will travel to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers in a 4 o'clock game, 4:25 game on October 13th. Whew. So, Atlanta Falcons right now have a record of 3-2. They're 1-0 on the road. Carolina Panthers right now 1-4. Have yet to win a game at home. They are 0-2. And we are 0-1 in the division. Or against division opponents. Because we've already lost to the Saints. According to the ESPN matchup predictor, 62% favor for the Atlanta Falcons, 37.6% for the Panthers. Now, I'll start off by saying this. Carolina Panthers really have their backs against the wall. I mean, already plagued with injuries, and then more are piling up because we just lost Austin Corbett for the season. I mean, we already had Derek Brown out for the season. We already had Shaq Thompson out for the season. Now, Austin Corbett is out for the season. So, injuries have really derailed this team, which unfortunately is familiar because Carolina Panthers have been hit by the injury bug for multiple seasons in a row. Let's just keep it real. Like, it has not been good to us. Has not been good to us. So, and then according to today's report, the Wednesday report, Jadeveon Clowney was held out. As a matter of fact, 4 starters didn't practice. Which is Jadeveon Clowney, Taylor Moton, Josie Jewell, Tommy Tremble were held out. Andrew Ram, center Andrew Ram, and they have Austin Corbett listed, but I mean, we know he's out for the season. Deontay Johnson was limited. Ashawn Robinson, limited. Ike Ekwonu, Xavier Legette, Dane Jackson, Ian Thomas, which looks like they were full participants. So that's good. So it looks like if everything goes well, we'll be seeing Dane Jackson and Ian Thomas back out there on the field. So that's good. That's good. They're in their second week of their 3-week window to return from IR, but at least it's promising to hear that they were full participants. So, yeah, because we're going to need the help. We're definitely going to need the help. For the Falcons, we know that Matthew Judon, D. Alford, Troy Anderson, which D. Alford's cornerback, Judon and Anderson are linebackers. All 3 of them are questionable. Nate Landman, linebacker, is IR, but I think he's designated to return. Darnell Mooney is questionable as well. They also have, let's see, Linebacker Milo Effler is injured reserve. Center Drew Dolman, injured reserve. Running back Robert Burns is out. DeMarco Helms, safety, injured reserve. Rondell Moore, wide receiver, injured reserve. Cornerback Harrison Hand, injured reserve. Brayton Trice, linebacker, injured reserve. Not a lot of big names. Not many big names on the Falcons injured reserve or injury report. So yeah, not that big. But of course, with the Atlanta Falcons, they're coming. Right now they're on a 2-game win streak because they beat the Saints and the Bucks back to back. 2 back-to-back divisional wins. So they're 2-0 in the NFC South, y'all. And then they're getting ready to play us, the Carolina Panthers. I got a bad feeling, y'all. Atlanta has a lot of momentum right now. They have a lot of momentum. I mean, Kirk Cousins just in the previous game against the Bucks threw for over 500 yards, 4 touchdowns. And Kirk Cousins is someone that has beaten us before. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't have a good feeling about this. I really don't. I don't have a good feeling about it. Now the Panthers did make some additions along the way, like brought back Cade Mays, and added outside linebacker Thomas Incombe. But Cade Mays, familiar face, and he has experience playing center. Brady Christensen right now is filling in for Austin Corbett at center, but Mays can play guard or center, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, we'll see how that goes, but they brought him back, so I mean, there's that. They released Mike Boone, Jaden Peavy, Rush East, Alex Cook. They also signed Deshaun Williams and Shaq Lawson. Actually, they promoted Deshaun Williams to the active roster and signed former Bills outside linebacker Shaq Lawson to the practice squad. Which Shaq Lawson could get elevated. Because right now Jadeveon Clowney's dealing with a shoulder injury. Hopefully, Shaq can help on the pass rush because, like I said, currently we have no pass rush. It's non-existent. We might get a sack or two every now and then, but we have no pass rush. Let's just keep it a buck. We have no pass rush. And see, here's the thing with Atlanta. I mean, right now they're cooking with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, so a couple of noticeable things. Kirk Cousins, since entering the NFL in 2012, has 25 fourth quarter comebacks and 31 game-winning drives. He's had 3 in each of the 5 games this season alone. Scary. So, Kirk Cousins been quite a pickup for the Falcons. Let's just keep it real. I mean, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. I mean, Matthew Judon, Jesse Bates the third. I mean, still notable names to keep an eye out on that Falcons team. I mean, the Falcons, they got a team. I mean, Tyler Algier at running back. Of course, they got Bijan Robinson, who's definitely a threat. And then wide receivers, I mean, Kadero Hodge, Drake London. I mean, Drake London went off in that Buccaneers game. Darnell Mooney, although he's questionable, I mean, he might be good to go. And of course, Kyle Pitts. Can't forget about Kyle Pitts. But yeah, like, it's going to be tough. I mean, I know we're at home, but it's going to be tough. And then that defense, I mean, Grady Jarrett, David Onyemata, of course, Matthew Judon, D. Alford at cornerback, A.J. Terrell, Richie Grant, Jesse Bates III, especially Jesse Bates III. Oh, yeah, they also got Justin Simmons. Dang. So, I mean, they got some notable names. They definitely got some notable names. But, I mean, you look at the games that they've played, like the points they've scored. Like, in the 2 losses the Falcons have had, they've scored less than 20 points. Only 10 points against the Steelers and only 17 points against the Chiefs, which they did not lose by that much to the Chiefs. But if you look at their victories, I mean, look at who they've beaten. They've beaten the Philadelphia Eagles by 1 point. They've beaten the Saints by 2 points. And they've beaten the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by 6 points in overtime. Falcons have been able to win close games. That's kind of scary. And the games that they've won, they've scored at least 20 or more points. In Philly, 22. Against the Saints, 26. Against the Bucks, 36. Not to mention, we got a struggling defense, y'all. We got a struggling defense. I mean, you look at the points so far that Carolina's given up. I mean, even with the 1 win we got, look at how many points we've given up. Against the Saints, 47. Against the Chargers, 26. Against the Raiders, 22. Against the Bengals, 34. Against the Bears, 36. Y'all, that's not good. And we're going up against a Falcons team that have won their games whenever they've scored 20 or more points this season. That's not good, y'all. That's not good. I got a bad feeling about this. I really do. Not to mention we have yet to win a game at home. Not to mention this Falcons team, we haven't swept them in a long time. I know we split with them last season, but this is definitely a different Falcons team, even versus what we faced last year. And here's the thing. There's a couple of things on my mind with this. There's a couple of things. I know in the previous game, the Bears game, which, like I said, is ridiculous of how badly Carolina lost that game. But here's the thing. Andy Dalton struggled. You know, the offense struggled. I mean, kudos to Chuba Hubbard, who's making the best out of it. I mean, he almost had 3 straight 100 yards rushing games. You know, Chuba's playing hard for a contract. He's trying to get re-signed, trying to get more money. And I don't blame him. I totally get it. You know, Chuba's been doing well. And when it comes to the receivers, I mean, I'm still hopeful for Leggett. But to be honest with y'all, I'm starting to run out of patience on Jonathan Mingo. I'm really starting to run out of patience on him. He's just not really showing. He's not really showing anything to me. I mean, he's had drops. And the thing is, I think he's capable, but it's like he's not showing me anything. He's really not showing me anything. So I'm running out of patience on Jonathan Mingo. And I know Adam Thielen, he's out for a while. Deontay Johnson, I mean, scary thing with Deontay Johnson, that's supposed to be our number one, but he's only caught 54% of the passes thrown to him. Now, here's the thing, and see, I was listening to Stephen A. Smith, to Shannon Sharp, and also on 99.9 The Fan. Like, when you really think about it, there's not really any receivers on this team that are the type of receivers where others would be like, oh, shoot, I would go for a Deontay Johnson. Oh, I would go for, Xavier Leggett or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's just the way things have been lining up. And like I said, I know Andy Dalton, you know, he's been doing his thing. Helped give a glimmer of hope, but then we're back to square one. And I think another thing with the play calling, I mean, you look at the Raiders and the Bengals game, you know, Andy Dalton was taking shots downfield and whatnot. And then you look at the Bears games, and we're like, the Bears game, it's like short digs and dunks. It's like, what the heck? So, with that being said, I understand this is, you know, only 5 games in, but we got to start holding Dave Canales accountable. We got to start holding him accountable. I understand this is his first head coaching gig, but we got to start holding him accountable. Like, seriously. We got to start holding him accountable. Especially, and I know a lot of people are talking about his response on putting in Bryce Young near the end of the Bears game, you know, to protect Andy Dalton, to get him out there to get some reps. I see it as a little bit of a positive for Bryce, but also as a negative because, like, saying that you did that to protect Andy Dalton, that's not a good response. That's not really a good response. So now it's like, okay, you throw Bryce Young out there, anything can happen, bam, you know, he gets out of there, you know, he gets hurt, and bam, you know, but just the idea, oh, I did that to, you know, also on top of the plan to protect Andy Dalton. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that. Yeah, I got to get on Dave Canales a little bit for that. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that. So, I don't know. It's just crazy. But we got to start holding Dave Canales accountable. In all seriousness. Coach Ajaro on defense. We got to start holding him accountable. And I've already said for the longest time, I do not like the 3-4 defense. I've never been a fan of 3-4. I don't think it's that great. I really don't. I really don't. But that's just me. I don't like the 3-4. I really don't. And with how things are going and with the injuries and whatnot, we got no pass rush. We struggle to stop the run. Like, something's got to change. There's got to be some sort of adjustments. And our depth is lacking because, backups and whatnot that have had to step in, aren't really doing any damage. Coaching is just as important as execution and vice versa. But, I think it's safe to say we have the worst defense. Or pretty dang on close to it. So, I don't know. And then the scary thing, you look at the rest of the schedule up to the bye. I mean, we got Atlanta on Sunday. And then we got Washington, which I believe the word is they got the number 1 ranked offense. That's what the word is. And then we got Denver. I mean, that's 2 back-to-back away games against Washington and Denver. And then you got the Saints again, which we've already lost to. And then we got the Giants, which is the Germany game, which, we haven't beaten the Giants in the last handful of visits. But, I mean, you look at what we got. I mean, Atlanta, 3-2. Washington, 4-1. Denver, 3-2. The Saints, 2-3. The Giants, 2-3. So, I mean, tougher than we think, y'all. I really do. And then the sad thing is, I'm scared with the second half of the season. Because week 11 is our bye. But look who we got to play even in the first 4 games coming out of the bye. The Chiefs, the Bucks, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. All 4 teams that have beaten us in the last visits. I just don't have a good feeling, y'all. And the thing is, being that we're 2-5, that we were 2-15 last year, do you know how embarrassing it would be if we come back this season and we finish 1-16? I don't know, y'all. I think, one, we definitely need to beat Atlanta. We haven't had a division win since last season, which was against Atlanta. But we have not been able to consistently win our division games. So, We've already lost one, badly at that. We need to win this game. But do I think we are going to win this game? To be honest with y'all, no. No. It's probably going to be something like 31-14 Falcons. Because, like I said, Atlanta is riding a 2-game win streak, including a big comeback to win in overtime against the Bucks, where Cousins threw 4 touchdowns and over 500 yards passing. And you got to think, with our struggling defense, it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good. So, it's got me nervous, y'all. It's really got me nervous. But I just got a bad feeling. I really got a bad feeling. And shout out to my good friend David Screws, who's going to be attending this game in Charlotte. I will be in Charlotte, but I will be at a pro wrestling event, so I'm actually going to DVR this game and watch it later. But I just hope that when I do watch, it'll be good stuff and not bad stuff. But we'll see what happens, y'all. I mean, we haven't won a game at home yet. And just the way that we've lost badly. And even in the game that we won, we still gave up 22 points. So, but yeah, something's got to give. Something's got to give. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, but I have a hard time predicting this as a win. I really do. I have a hard time. But we'll see what happens. No matter what, keep pounding. We're going to get through this. And who knows? Maybe, hopefully, some way, somehow, we can come out of here with our first home win of the season. We'll see. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty. Don't forget to use the promo code Blitzball_champ if you plan on doing some shopping. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Let me know your score predictions. Yeah, let me hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. For another Carolina Panthers talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube, my name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a great day tomorrow, blessed day tomorrow. I'll see y'all in the next video in our live stream. Peace out.